Hello gorgeous Tidal Souls, how are you? My name is Emer and I'm from Tidal Soul Studio, and welcome to my intention setting video for 2021. Now, before we start, I just want to say that whenever you find this video, or whenever you feel you have the time to sit down and follow along, that's the absolute perfect time for you. I specifically wanted to create this video for the new moon in Capricorn for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's the first new moon of 2021, and new moons are all about the energy of sowing your seeds of intention, about new beginnings. And Capricorn is a beautiful, earthy, masculine energy. So it's very much about putting systems in place and striving to achieve your goals, about recognition and success. So I thought that kind of energy is absolutely perfect to set our intentions for the year ahead, and then we're going to combine it with the feminine energy of the journaling that we're going to do today. Now, before we start journaling, I just want to recommend that you turn off your notifications on your phone. You gift yourself this time because you are worthy and you are deserving. Don't be thinking about all the other things that you need to do afterwards. Don't be thinking about what happened earlier on today. You know, this is time just for you, so enjoy it, use it. If you want to pause the video and go and grab yourself some water or a cup of tea. And as well, I just want to point out that this art journaling malarkey, don't be worried if you have no experience. You don't need any. This is not about the final result. It doesn't matter if you're not happy with how it looks at the end. This is all about the process. That's what art journaling is all about. It's about the intention that you are putting into the artwork at the time. So we're not striving for pretty pictures here at all. This is purely about the intention that we're putting into the work. If you have any questions or comments along the way, please shoot away. I will reply to everybody. But for now, we're going to grab a piece of paper and have a look at the intentions that we have for 2021. Okay, so grab yourself a piece of paper, and I want you to start thinking about what it is that you actually want to achieve this year. But more so than the results of those achievements, I want you to think about how you want to feel this year, okay? Because putting your intentions for feelings rather than physical results will just amplify the magic, okay? So we have a bit of art witchery going on here, okay? You're far more likely to achieve your results if you focus on the feelings that you want to achieve, okay? So just take a few minutes though. And just as you're writing as well, imagine those feelings, actually feel them in your body. How will it feel in your body when you achieve these things? And obviously your writing doesn't matter. It's the intention that goes into it. I'm just scribbling here. Okay, let's grab myself some water. Now, if you need more time to write that down, feel free to pause the video, but I am going to lay out my art journal here. Now, the reason I have my art journal set out like this is because I am going to go for a very literal visual of seeds being planted, the roots and the blossoming as they come into fruition. Now, you don't have to do it this way, obviously, but this is just a really beautiful visual way to anchor those intentions into your experience. So that's why I have this kind of elongated thing. It'll give me the space. Don't worry about what kind of journal you have. You can do this on a piece of printer paper. You know, you can, if you have a canvas, you can do it on a canvas. It's completely up to you. Like, for example, this is one of my art journals, and the paper on it is absolute crap altogether. I just started into it one day when I didn't have another journal at home, and I just kept with it. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, obviously it is better to use a heavier quality paper for when you're painting, but because of the fact that my art journaling is so process driven rather than results driven, it really doesn't matter if it's buckled or if I screw through the paper, whatever. That really doesn't matter. So I'm going to begin by lighting my candle, because that's usually how I start any sort of creative endeavour. And it's just a little ritual that helps anchor me into this new space. I always like having a nice scented candle around. And as well, I invite you now just to, if you're sitting down or if you're standing, or whichever way is more comfortable for you, imagine that you yourself have roots growing either from the base of your spine, where your root chakra is, or down through your feet, down into Mother Earth. We're just going to ground ourselves that way now before we start. So imagine those roots growing further and further down into the earth. And they're not just growing down, but they're also spreading out. And they are anchoring you into the ground. So feel that energetic, gravitational pull down into the earth. And feel the ends of those roots anchoring themselves down around rocks, or you might like to visualize crystals. And whatever it is that you need to release now in order to give yourself this time. Maybe you have a little bit of anxiety. Maybe you have thoughts that you're finding hard to shift. Just take a deep breath. And on the exhale, imagine whatever those blockages are, whatever those thoughts are, just release them through your body, down through your roots, and down into the core of Mother Earth. And once those negative impact feelings are down in the core of Mother Earth, she can transmute them. So with the next deep inhale now, imagine the energy of Mother Earth, beautiful, fertile, strong energy coming back up those roots, up into your body, and anchoring that strength of Mother Earth into your heart. Because Mother Earth is such a natural creator, and we are going to draw on some of that energy today. And next, I want you to imagine a light from the universe pouring down into the crown of your head. Just bright white light pouring down through the crown of your head and down and into your heart. And in your heart, these two energies mix. The light from the universe and the grounding energy of Mother Earth. And just feel your heart opening. Because when we create like this, we're not creating from our minds, we're creating from our heart, from our body. And that's where the true flow lies. It doesn't lie in our minds, it lies in your heart and in your body, where you can really embody that creativity. So just take a few more deep breaths in this space. And with each exhale, really feel yourself relaxing. And when you feel that you are grounded and you are relaxed, we can begin. So now I have my journal in front of me, and I don't have a very clear visual for how it's going to turn out. I never do. When I used to, if I used to have an image in my mind of how I wanted something to turn out, it would usually transform along the way and develop a life of its own, so I just don't bother anymore. Like I said, this is all very, very process driven, so all I know is that I'm going with a quite literal representation of planting seeds. And all I know is that I want them to be planted in the darkness, just like in the new moon. People tend to associate darkness and the void with something that's bad, but it's not. It's necessary to have that nothingness there, because that's where the possibilities lie. That's why we set our new moon intentions on the new moon, because it is dark. And there's just such huge potential in the darkness, and that's where we sow the seeds, down in the dark. And so I want this to be quite dark, and then I think I'm going to make some seeds separately and stick them in. I don't know why, I'm just feeling drawn to do that. And then I want those seeds to start germinating. So I'm going to go for something quite rooty down here. And when I do that, I think I'm going to be thinking about the everyday rituals that I can do, or the everyday steps that I can do in order to make those seeds flourish. Because that's where the foundations are, is down in the roots. And then I'm going to make them grow. So up here is going to be quite floral, I think, nice and bright. So that's an idea I have. I'm going to go with it. Feel free to be inspired by that and do something very similar. Or if you have another idea completely, go with it. It's whatever you want here now. This is your time, not mine. So, okay, let's jump in. So I'm going to start off actually by making my seeds. I think I'm going to go with 3 seeds, and each one of those will have the word of the core feeling that I want to achieve this year. Now, I'm not actually going to be chatting much as I'm doing this, because I just want to get into the flow myself. So feel free to follow along in the video, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I will get back to everybody. So I'm just going to belt away here myself. Again, I'm just going to reiterate that clearly nothing has to be perfect. I would be in trouble. If that was the case, I'd never create again. This is all about the intention. So I invite you as well that whatever you're doing, whatever you're aiming for, feel that as you create. And that's what's going to help manifest it for you. Green is the color of abundance, so I'm gonna go with a bit of green here. As I'm colouring my seeds, I'm imagining the feeling of each one. That'll do for now. Now I'm going to create the void, the darkness of winter. These seeds are planted down in the earth. I think I'm going to go with my hands for this. It just helps me feel more connected to what I'm doing. So again, I'm relying on my feelings. This is all quite, it's intuitive mark making. I'm just feeling into the grounded Capricorn energy. Thinking about how each colour makes me feel as well. So I associate green with kind of a lush, sort of deep, fertile sort of colour. So this clearly isn't a direct representation of what under the earth looks like. I'm just going with my gut on this. And something I find a lot of people struggle with actually at the beginning is creating something that represents a particular element or emotion and not trying to make it look as it would in real life. Take that pressure off yourself. That's not what we're here for at all. Just think of how it makes you feel. Sink into it. This will all completely look different by the end anyway. This is just the beginning, so I'm wondering, will I plant my seeds now? Yeah. So I think I'm just going to dry this a little bit. I have a heat gun here that my sister-in-law gave me, thank you very much, but obviously a hairdryer would work just as well. So excuse the noise now for the moment. Now, I want to nurture these seeds, so I'm going to show them some love. So, however that looks for you, I have some metallic paint here that I'm going to decorate them with. Put any kind of pattern on them, whatever that means to you, to nurture them. Maybe you can water them. I associate pink with love, so I'm just sending my love in pink into my seeds. So next, I'm going to start growing some roots. After planting our seeds, they're going to start germinating. So I'm thinking now about what actions, what aligned action can I take in order for these feelings to manifest and flourish and thrive. I'm going to send their roots right out for strong foundations. So like I said again, it's not about how these look. It's all about the intention that I'm setting. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. I'm picturing these seeds being nourished through these roots. just going to write some words down here about the kind of steps that I can take in order for these to grow and flourish. Remember now, this page is just for you, you know, you don't need to show anybody, so you can write whatever kind of private feelings you have. If you don't reveal too much or anything that you're comfortable revealing, you are more than welcome to send your finished piece into the page, and I can put an album together of everyone's creations, but that is completely up to you. This can be as private as you want it to be. And you can always cover these up as well, you know. It doesn't make a difference, you know, if you write down whatever it is that you want to write, you can always cover that up, but your words are still in there, you know. Okay, so I think I'm ready for a little sprouting action. I'm imagining that I've put in the work with the aligned action, and that has allowed this to start to grow. Okay, so I've planted my seeds now in the darkness of winter, and then they shoot up and emerge in the summer. And so we're working on the new moon in Capricorn, and that cycle will come to its full moon in the summer, actually, because 6 months from now will be the full moon in Capricorn. So that will be the time when you look back at the seeds that you planted on the new moon and enjoy what has come to fruition. So I'm going to just go with an explosion here. get the details in afterwards. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do a little bit of collage. So excuse me again while I make some noise. Some really bright, colourful pictures ripped out from a magazine, so I'm going to use those and get a, I'm not going to find my scissors, a kind of floral representation, so it's literally the blossoming of my intentions. And as I'm cutting these out, and as I'll be doing everything, I will be focusing on the joy and the excitement in my body of when my my intentions come to pass. And there can't be a doubt in your mind either. It will happen. The minute you start doubting yourself, that's when you get into trouble. So you need to believe. Just cutting out some petal shapes here. Some nice flowers there. So honestly, there are so many different ways to art journal. This is just one kind of way. The main thing is that you don't get too precious about it. Okay, so I'm just going to start arranging these around on the page. hope you're all getting on okay so far. I'm not putting any pressure on yourselves. And this is the kind of thing that you can do for anything, but seeing as it's a seed-based spread that I did, this is something that you could do at any full moon. Or not full moon, new moon. Full moons are for releasing and for celebrating where you've come. Okay, so I'm just going to start puffing this out a bit. Grab some pink. And don't limit yourself, you know, go crazy. This is the exciting part. This is where your dreams are coming true. Your intentions are coming to pass. So just focus on the celebration and the excitement. Really fun to do this kind of stuff with the kids as well. But today it's all about us. And it's nice not having to think about techniques or anything like that. It's just getting into the flow, thinking about what it is that you want to accomplish and focusing on your feelings rather than the outcome of the piece. It's nice just to make a mess. And as you're celebrating these intentions that have come true, that you've achieved, remember to feel gratitude as well. This is the celebration. this stage I'm actually going to write in some words as well, like I did down the roots, but these are going to be the results, the visible results. You can make this as scrawly as you like. It doesn't need to be legible to anybody, as long as you, again, are putting your intention into it. Now, so I'm just going to reiterate those seeds. And those are roots. Okay. I mean, this is just a simple barrow. I didn't really use any fancy artist equipment today, just some oil pastels and some very basic acrylics and glue stick and magazine. So it just goes to show that you really don't need to be going out spending loads of money. And I think I am going to call that done. So, we created the void, the winter that we're in right now. and we planted the seeds. And from those seeds grew our roots, which are going to be the actionable steps of alignment in order to make our intentions flourish. So I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed myself, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with how it turned out as well. But like I said, that's never the goal here. It's always just to keep thinking about your intention. Art journaling isn't about, fancy techniques and fancy materials. It is literally all about letting whatever needs to flow onto the page out. So thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and I will talk to you again soon.